In this video, we will guide you through the Portfolio Builder Advanced mode. The Advanced mode has two tabs: the Create Portfolio tab for you to construct optimal portfolios, and the Portfolio Backtester tab to backtest your portfolios. To create model portfolios, first step is to upload price data of the assets you wish to include in your portfolio. You may do so either by selecting funds from our fund list or uploading your own Excel file. Click on Select from Fund List to select funds. This list includes all US ETFs, excluding illiquid and leveraged funds. You may sort this list by clicking on any of these fields. Filter it by specific sectors you're interested in, or search for a specific fund with this search bar. Now, let's select some funds for your portfolio. Once you're done, click on Confirm Selection. Next, select a start and end date of the fund's price data to be used for your portfolio construction. Then, click Set Price Date. If there are any funds with no price data in the selected date range, this message will appear. When this happens, you may choose to remove the fund without price data, or to change the start date by clicking on the Follow button beside your desired option. Our system will now import the price data for your funds. After that, click on Validate Inputs to upload the data. In contrast to the Easy mode, the Advanced mode helps you to calculate some summary statistics of the assets in your portfolio. This drop-down menu shows the list of data you can display. This data can also be downloaded in an Excel file. Next, scroll down, select No Constraint, and click on Run Plot to obtain the unconstrained efficient frontier for your universe of assets. Hover over the graph to display more information such as risk and return of different portfolios or assets. The Show Risk Bands option allows you to segment the efficient portfolios into a desired number of bands. For instance, if you want 5 segments, select Show Risk Bands option and enter 5 in the value field. Run the plot again, and the display graph will be adjusted to show the segmented efficient frontier. If you scroll up, you see that the Viewing Data section now displays the details of the efficient portfolios, corresponding to each risk band. The Advanced mode also allows you to incorporate additional constraints on the weights of assets in your portfolio. The first constraint, Logical Threshold, allows you to set a minimum weight on each asset in your portfolio. For instance, to set a minimum weight of 5%, select Logical Threshold, and then input 0.05 in the value field. The second constraint, Cardinality Threshold, limits the number of assets in your portfolio. So if you want a maximum of 3 assets, select Cardinality Threshold and then input 3 here. On top of these, you can also specify the minimum and maximum weight of any assets you can have. This will ensure that all weights allocated to the assets fall between this minimum and maximum limit set. You might be wondering at this point, what is the difference between setting a logical threshold and a minimum weight? If a 5% logical threshold is set, not all assets will be included in the portfolio, but the included assets must have weights more than 5%. Whereas, if a 5% minimum weight is set, all assets will be included, and they must all have weights above 5%. Once you're done, click Run Plot to obtain the efficient frontier with the added constraints. Our tool also allows you to see the efficiency loss between the constrained and the unconstrained portfolios by clicking on the Plot Efficiency Loss button. The Advanced mode also allows you to pick your desired level of accuracy for the efficient frontier plotting. To do so, click on Settings, and then move the slider to your desired level, where 1 is the highest and 10 is the lowest level of accuracy. Lastly, you can also create efficient portfolios based on target returns. Just enter a target return here, and our system will calculate the respective asset weight for you. This calculation also integrates the constraints on your portfolio weights you have set earlier. So if you make an edit on the constraints, make sure to click Run Plot to apply these changes into our system first, before calculating the asset weights for your portfolio again. If you wish to evaluate the historical performance of this portfolio created, save down these asset weights by clicking the Download button, then go to Portfolio Backtester tab to perform your backtesting. Just as before, first step is to click on Select from Fund List to select the funds for your portfolio. After that, click Confirm Selection. Set the price feed dates, and our system will import the price data for you. You will then be directed to the next page to allocate weights on the funds. Here, input in the value fields the fund weight for your portfolio. When you're done, make sure the total weight is 100% before clicking Submit. After that, click Validate Inputs. With just a few steps, our system helps you calculate the annualized returns and volatility of the portfolio, as well as the accumulation of portfolio values over time. However, this is the performance of the portfolio without rebalancing. You have the option to choose between two rebalancing triggers if you wish to assess the portfolio performance taking into account of portfolio rebalancing. The first option rebalances the portfolio at a selective frequency. For example, to rebalance the portfolio every quarter, click on Time-Based, select Quarterly, and then click Run Back Testing. This will update the graph on the right to show the performance graph of the rebalanced portfolio. The second option rebalances the portfolio when any fund weight changes by a specific percentage. For example, if 20% is entered here, the portfolio rebalances when any of the fund weights increases or decreases by 20%. Use this checkbox to show or hide the dates when rebalancing occurred. You can again hover over this graph to display both rebalanced and unrebalanced portfolio values at different times. What if the assets you wish to include in your portfolio cannot be found in our fund list? Don't worry, you can still create model portfolios with our portfolio builder by importing your own file with the price records of these assets. This file should contain the codes of the assets you wish to include in the portfolio, their respective daily dividend adjusted prices, along with the chosen time horizon. Click on Import your own file to upload this file in a CSV or Excel format. You can also choose to upload a product dictionary for your assets. This is optional. It is only required if you wish to apply some features in the calculation of asset weights in your portfolio. The first column of this file are the names of the assets, while the second column assigns a code to each of these assets. The classification column allows you to apply the first feature, which is to implement core satellite investing strategy. To do so, classify your assets into 4 categories: UC for Ultra Core, C for Core, and S1 and 2 for Satellite 1 and 2. Ultra Core and Core assets will form the main parts of your portfolio, whereas Satellite 1 and 2 assets will form the smaller portions. The highest weights will then be assigned to UC assets, the second highest to C assets, third to S1 assets, and the lowest weights to S2 assets. Furthermore, you may label these assets to appropriate risk buckets in this column. There are 2 options. You can either label an asset safe or risky. This forms the second feature you can add, which ensures risky assets don't outweigh these safe assets in your portfolio. Finally, the third feature, ER and EV columns in this file, will allow you to incorporate your outlook on the assets by factoring in forward-looking factors such as expected returns and expected volatilities. Once again, you can upload this file in a CSV or Excel format. After importing the data, check the boxes of the features which you wish to apply and click Validate Inputs. Let's go ahead and include all the features we mentioned previously. For added convenience, you may download templates for both files by clicking the Download All File Templates button and then update these files with your data. This is it. You have successfully uploaded the price data for the assets for your portfolio, and you can have access to all the other tools in Portfolio Builder as explained before. You may plot the efficient frontier without any constraint, or add a constraint, such as logical threshold, to set a 5% minimum weight on the assets in your portfolio. Portfolio Builder will use the price records you have uploaded for the plotting. Just as before, you can also create model portfolios based on the target return here. To make using our tool as easy and convenient as possible, we have created an instruction guide, which you can download through your Google Drive. You can also click on the onboarding button for a step-by-step tutorial on the platform itself. And if you're still confused, don't worry, you can talk to one of our experts through our live chat feature, and we'll guide you and answer any questions you have. Be sure to ask them about our premium feature, where an expert from our team will help you create a model portfolio and assist you through all the accompanying tasks. For more information on Portfolio Builder and how to get access, or even to learn about our other products, visit our website and feel free to drop us an email at info@bambu.co. Thank you so much for your time today.